Hey guys, this is BMS, and I figured that since I've been getting a lot of questions recently on what my setup is for when I stream and how I do various things in there, specifically Cauchemar89 just sent me a message and wonders how I get the chat box in with the video on my stream. So I figured I'd go ahead and make a video and basically kind of give just a brief overview of my setup and how I do implement the chat into the video as well. Now, first off, what I use to stream up here is Open Broadcaster software, OBS. A quick Google search will take you to the place you need to be. But for those of you that find this too much trouble, I will put a link in the description just for your, your technical ease, shall we say. Anyway, once you get that and you get it downloaded and everything, go ahead and open it up, and this will pop up right here, minus the text in these white fields. Now, for the purposes of the demonstration, we're going to go ahead and set it up as if I wanted to stream ZSNES down here. So, what you're going to want to do is come over here to the Scenes area and right-click in the white field, click Add Scene, and you can name this anything you want. As you can see up here, I already have one named ZSNES for my Super Nintendo emulator. So we will go ahead and name this Demo for demonstration. Why not? Sounds good to me. Once you get that done, click OK. You'll notice down here you now have the demo scene available. What you're going to want to do now is make sure that it's highlighted. Come over here to the white field in the Sources area, right-click, and when you lower the drop-down menu on Add, you'll have a number of options over here. Now, to capture video games and everything like that, the OBS site recommends game capture, which, I don't know, it works okay, but for me personally, what I use is window capture. And I don't know, maybe it's just something to do with the code or whatnot, but it seems to work a lot better for me. So go ahead and click that, and name this whatever you will. We will call this, this will be our emulator window, so we will go ahead and name this naturally Emulator. Why not? Once you get that done, click OK, and then this will pop up, which will allow you to select whatever window you want to record from. So, go ahead and refresh this so we can bring this up. ZSNES Win. Select whatever window you want to be able to record there. And you've got a number of options over here. Capture mouse cursor, capture layered windows. Generally, you want to have the second two unselected, because if you're like me and your computer is not that great, it will definitely slow down the stream. So that's not a good thing. And mouse cursor, that's pish-posh. Whatever you want to choose. Anyway, once you've got that done, go ahead and click OK. And you've got that set up. Now, you're going to want to adjust your settings on this naturally. Go ahead and right-click it. Come down here to Properties. And that will open this up again, just in case you need to tinker around with, switch it to the entire window, whatever you want. That's how you get back to this screen right here. Now, to mess with the actual settings, what you really want to know, come over here to the Settings button. Make sure this is highlighted, of course, and click it. This will come up, and you'll have a number of tabs here you can click on: General, Encoding, Broadcast Settings, yada yada yada. You can read. Basically, the default settings are what you're going to want to use. This one is where it gets a little tricky under your encoding tab. I find for me, since I have a very slow upload rate, the recommended is, per se, on the website is 2000 for any kind of like a medium quality stream. As you can see, I have mine set at 536. That is because my upload rate is very, very slow for my internet. Yours may be faster, you can bump this up. If you go above what your upload rate is for your internet, you're going to get some lag and some choppiness in your stream. So that's why I have mine set so low. And anybody that's seen my streams knows that even with it this low, anything dealing with like Super Nintendo, even Left 4 Dead 2 looks decent. I mean, it's not high definition. You're not going to have that, but it's not bad either. So basically set this somewhere around there. Whatever your upload speed is, you can find this out on speedtest.net, wherever. I trust you can figure that out on your own. Use CBR. I always have this enabled just because, once again, it helps with the slowdown on my end. That does it about that. Now onto the broadcast settings, what you're going to want to do, live stream, of course. You can, of course, switch to file output, but really, I mean, All that does is if you have like a recorded movie that you want to play. So live stream is your best bet. Switch whatever streaming service you want, which of course for the most of you is going to be Twitch. Then pick the server that is closest to your location. And on the stream key, which this is more or less technical mumbo jumbo, Twitch will walk you through this and they will give you a stream key when you set up. Just copy and paste it in here. And it should never change, but if it does, just recopy the stream key from Twitch's site and paste it in here and you will be good to go. Auto reconnect, all this is automatically clicked on or automatically selected. This is general your default settings. Leave that alone. Save to file. But what this is that if you want to save your stream to your computer, since Twitch no longer, I think, archives it on its own, this is very good and handy to do if you want to upload it to YouTube later on. Just go ahead and select this and then select a path file that you want it to be saved to. Very simple. And of course you could set your hotkeys. All of that is pretty much self-explanatory and really immaterial. Now, under your video settings, make sure you have the right card and everything selected, your graphics card. Your base resolution depends really on what your monitor is. I do have a 1080 monitor, however I bumped this down to custom here, just because it helps out with the lag and everything. Now down here you have your resolution downscale. Of course you can see that it records at 1280 720, but it downscales it to 852 480, which all that really does is just help out with the lag, and it decreases a bunch of slowdown and choppiness in the stream, which naturally, the smaller the screen you're recording on, the less slowdown and choppiness you're going to have. Your filter, you drop this down. Basically, you're never going to want to change it from bilinear. I've never dealt with any of these. It works fine. Fastest is always the best. Your frames per second, you can bump it up to 60, but there's really no need. I mean, 30 is high enough for anything, and 30 will help a ton with the lag. You'll see a dramatic decrease in lag and choppiness from 30 and 60. And make sure that if you're running like Windows 7 or Windows 8, disable your arrow. Once again, helps out with the lag and decreases your bit rate that you're sending. Now, on your audio settings, no, I would not. Your audio settings, you could select which where your audio is recorded from. All self-explanatory. The only real thing that I want to touch on here is this right here, your desktop boost, your microphone boost. Basically, it allows you to tinker with the individual settings if these are different, if your paths are different, which they should be. It just allows for a little, a bit of a finer touch, shall we say. Your advanced settings, this is kind of where I had to tinker just a little bit to get it working just right. Most of this is on the default. All this should be left alone. This right here, your video, I moved it up from fast to very fast. Mainly what this does, the faster it is, the lower the quality will be. However, the better the stream will be in terms of lag and whatnot, which very fast, like I say, for any kind of a Super Nintendo, even a Nintendo DS game, or even Left 4 Dead, this is going to work just fine for you. And this is coming from somebody with a really, really shitty upload rate, so if you go with this, you'll be great. All this other stuff, don't worry about it. Default settings are the way to go. Next up, you have your microphone noise gate. What this does, essentially, you can set certain thresholds, that your microphone won't record any noise that's quieter than a certain, decibel level, and it won't record over a certain decibel level. So that helps, if you've got like a lot of background noise or whatnot. Basically, once you go ahead and enable your preview here, as you can see, my audio settings are jumping up and down. Without saying anything, it's down here. The audio level is down here. That's your background noise. So pretty much just set this just above that. And as you can see, my voice bumps it up to about here. So you're probably going to want to bump that up to right about there. And that will give you an idea of just, exactly how it works. And it will work out really well for you. Go ahead and disable preview, and that is about a wrap on that. That's pretty much the gist of all the settings and everything like that. Now that we've got all the technical mumbo-jumbo out of the way, we want to set up our screen. Now, first off, let's go ahead and open up our Twitch channel, which the way that I record the chat, this is how to do this. You've got your dashboard, of course, which I really don't like to use. I much prefer to use the profile and just activate the chat over here, because that allows you. It prevents the chat box from like expanding or anything like that. It keeps it from getting too cumbersome on your stream and taking up too much space. So what you're going to want to do, come over here to your OBS, right-click in the sources white field. We're going to want to add another window capture, and we will name this applicably chat. Very simple. And for this one, what you're going to want to do, select the window that you have your Twitch profile open up on, and come down here to subregion. Now go ahead and select region. You'll get this little like quasi gray box open up there. Just basically set it up like so it captures only the chat box over here on your profile area. Once you get that done, click that, and you're good to go. Now all that is set up. Now go ahead and preview your stream. I will bring ZSNES back up, and I will go ahead and open a game. Oh, wait a minute, ZSNES closed on me. Technical difficulties. Be right back with you. Much better. Now we're cooking with gas. And let's see here. Now when you've got all that opened up, let's see. Click. You have to reorganize your windows so that they actually fill up this black field, because this black field here on OBS is what your stream is going to look like, and it's going to be how it fills up the screen. So go ahead and click Emulator and Edit Scene. You'll notice a red box comes around the emulator window. You can drag it, drop it, whatever you want to do. You can expand it. That's basically how you tinker with that, and anybody with half a brain can see where this is going once you get that maxed out somewhat relatively nicely. Go ahead and click your chat, and your chat box will be highlighted in this red box. And lo and behold, drag it over here, resize it just a tad bit, and it takes a little bit of finesse to get these things just right, depending on how you want to work this. Figure somewhere around there will work nicely. Anyway, that's good enough. Yes, looks just like that, and that is how it will show up on the stream. And, you know, blah, blah, blah. Look at our stream here, and there we go. There you go. Now you know how to stream with OBS on a rudimentary level, and also get the chat box in there. I hope this was helpful to y'all. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Anyway, this has been BMS, a tutorial by BMS nonetheless, and good luck in your streaming career. Catch y'all later.